Yo, what is up, guys? Your boy Ed from Lead to Beat. You already know I got my boy Talton here, who just top 32 at YCS Merida. Talton, what did you play, dog?
Branded DracoTail.
Oh my god. I hear that you really like your DracoTails, huh?
I love DracoTail. I'm just missing 2 more cards to max Merida.
Dude, that's awesome, man. How was the event overall?
Really good. Honestly, a lot of the players were really nice. A lot of them spoke English. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
That's one thing I was worried about was the language barrier. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Any shout outs before we get started?
Yeah. Big shout out to Colby, Bryce, and Miles. They were helping me build the deck. Really big shout out to James. He last minute suggested we run Perulia over Meows, which I'm glad I did. Ironically, it was because of Yummy. Because he was like, you end up drawing more cards off Perulia than you do Meows in the Yummy matchup.
Yeah.
But most of my matchups were Vanquish Soul Canine, so it still helped out.
Crazy. It's nice how it worked out like that.
Yeah, I played 7 Vanquish Soul Canine.
That's awesome. Any final words before we get started?
I don't think so.
Cool. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Alrighty. So for the main deck, I just played 3 Femina, 3 Lucius, 3 Malulu, 1 Frixel, needed Starlight, 2 Pan, and then 2 Urgula.
Okay.
Yeah, we were thinking really hard on the ratios. We were thinking about going to 41, but we just wanted to see Femina as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then we were thinking about the ratios for these. We were thinking about like either 3-1 or 3-1.
1 and
Or-
1.
Or
Yeah.
just 2 and 2. It was a lot of mix. But we decided I should just do the 2 and 2 just because it gives a little bit more variety. You see the names, and then I actually ended up citing a 3rd Urgula.
Yeah.
That way, and that was mainly for DracoTail.
Okay.
Which I didn't play any mirrors.
Oh my god.
And then just the 1 Fallen of Babas.
There.
And then for hand traps, Magnemite. Kept citing this out because all I played was Vanquish Soul Canine. I played 1 Malice, which it actually won me the game. One of the games. And then that it was literally
Yeah.
cited out every time. 3 Nibs. Cited this out a lot. There's actually times against Vanquish Soul Canine where I kept it in, and I wish I actually cited it out and left the Fallen and the Virtuous. Just because the Fallen and the Virtuous would have been better for the board breaker aspect. Just like this is okay to bait out the Ripper, but if all you have is like 1 hand trap and then the nib, and you try to bait out the Ripper with the hand trap, they never do it. So they ended up just rippering this, and and then 3 Fua, saw this constantly. It loved my hand a little bit too much. 3 Ash, self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Double Bell. This was for the mirror. And I was deathly afraid of Lupus. You just like Ash and Bell just almost auto win against Lupus just because you hit Uzuna, you hit the Lupus itself, which is why I ended up actually citing the 3rd Bell and 2 DD Crow, was just because like the K9 matchup is going to be my worst matchup.
Yeah.
And that's it for hand traps. For spells, 3 Ketu, 3 Rahu. I always cited out 1 and 1, going second, just that way I had more hand traps.
Yeah, of course.
And then just for consistency, Branded Fusion felt like it was a very strong going second card, just because I can go dump Malulu, summon Lubellion, discard, and then you negate a monster with Malulu. And then you make Chaos Star Source to pop 2.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Last 2 spells, Fallen and Virtuous. Favorite spell, this is insane. There were so many games where like if I opened up this and all I would do is go into I'll be on the Branded Dragon, fuse it off, that way I can set this during the end phase. So now that Albaz is still in grave. So that way during the opponent's turn, I get a pop, and I can go pop, dump Renbrum, some back all bars, and then fuse off their monster. And then for the traps, one flame, one horn, and one sting. Self-explanatory. I've always been a fan of just maining all three, just because like a lot of the times I would go set these two just because they felt a little bit more generic.
Yeah.
Because most of the time people play around this. Vanquish Soul Canine always plays around this, so like I have to set these. But yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Is that a clean 40?
It's clean 40, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing 41 just to try and hide the traps, but like I said, we wanted to see from it as much as possible.
Yeah, of course.
And then for the extra, 2 Arthalion, 1 Gulamel. Miles was very adamant I run a third, but Colby and Bryce both agreed that 2 is fine. If you're very familiar with DracoTail, then 2 is perfectly fine, especially with the way I ran the deck.
Yeah.
Because you could like just go, oh well, Secret Tyrion, target spellcaster, target Arthalion, bounce back the Arthalion, and summons like Lucius or Frix.
Yeah, of course.
So that way you just recycle these and then
And you get another name going, basically.
exactly, and then off the first trap you could just bounce back one of these.
You're hot. It's pretty smart.
And also we went Mysterion.
Of course.
Actually, this card came up a lot more than I thought it would. It helped out against Vanquish Soul just to threaten the because I actually there was one matchup where he just goes reveal Jokul, and I was like, oh well, I'm just gonna summon Mysterion here, banish both. And then this is one of my favorite cards of the deck.
This card's crazy.
Oh yeah. A lot of the times I'd go summon Arthalion, and if I had the Albion on field, I would just go, okay, either fuse off the Albion and the Arthalion to make her, and that's on the turn 1 inboard. That way I could set the Fallen and the Virtuous.
Yeah.
Or I would go fuse off the Albion and Pan to make her. That way I can go Philia Regis, target a monster or target a card on their field, banish, and then just bounce this back to the deck.
Nice.
That way I kept that in
And then
rotation.
you get it going again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Chaos Star Source,
Of course.
very clean card.
Such a nice card.
Then for the branded package, I ran 1 Dragon that Devours Dogma,
That
1
card's
Mirror
good.
Jade, 1 Rebellion, 1 Albion, 1 Titanic Lad, and 1 Renbrum.
That's a big branded package, huh?
It can be bigger.
Oh my god. Tower's just crazy.
Well, he's only towers if you have the Ecclesia. I didn't run the Ecclesia.
Okay.
Not even in the side. Miles and James really wanted me to take this out because they felt like the branded package was too big for what I was running. But this was me, Colby, and Bryce all agreed that like if you end your turn with because you branded fusion for the Albion and then you set the Fallen and the Virtuous, I would, and this actually came up a lot. I think I summoned this like 3 times to get me a game. That way, because I would go fuse off like a dark Vanquish Soul with another card on their field, and then summon this, and then shuffle back the materials. That way, now they lose the names and it's back in deck, so it's harder for them to play.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mirror Jade would come up as well. And then Renbro Titanic Lad was mainly there just to summon the Albaz. Never really came up. It was mainly like these 3 that came up most of the day.
Yeah.
And then 1 SP never made it. Not that it didn't come up. It was just like, did I need it or not? And then 1 Spheres. I'm not running Sage, or I mean Spirit with Eyes of Blue. But there's a line where you could get 2 dragons because you would go like summon Frixel, target Pan or Urgla or Malulu, summon it, bounce Frixel back to hand, and then just make this. This was basically to almost guarantee the Albaz. That way I could always just go into either Dogma or Merida, but never made this. Didn't really need it. I almost wish that I took this out for either Cross Sheep or a second Albion.
Okay.
That's it for the extra, and then for the side, two Phantasme. It was funny in our deck building. We were thinking, like I said, we were thinking about just doing like two meows instead of this. But we thought this did more than meows because sometimes meows can only get you one draw, whereas this can get you two draws and filter. Like you can just shuffle back your traps. This was mainly for the Yummy matchup, but I only played one Yummy Mitsu, and sadly I actually ended up losing on. But this overall we thought was better because it did get the target protection.
Yeah.
And then also that third Urgula, like I said, it was just for the matchups where it's more back row or we wanted to see another name. And then it's also for the mirror because you hit the traps or hit a Ketsu before they can activate it. It makes it even better. And then 3 Perulia. I saw this way too much. Get my game 3 against my Malice opponent. I draw. What was it? It was Urgula, Bell, Perulia. Yeah. Which what sucked is after the match, because I lost that match, Miles was like, "Oh, I should have just discarded both or activated both," and he was right. I got greedy because I was hoping I would top deck Fua. That way now they're playing under Fua and Perulia. And then
You're right.
yeah. And then third Bell. This always came in, especially against the Vanquish Soul. That way I could play around the Lupus. And then 3 Effect Veiler. This was solely for the mirror because you have to take out Nib because Nib's just horrible in the mirror.
Yeah.
Never cited it in. The 3 Drolls always came in. Like I said, I played 7 Vanquish Soul K9 decks. And then the 2 DD Crow. This was for the mirror because you could hit the All-Boss. That way if they go make a Branded Dragon.
Whoa, these are pretty.
Yeah, DT is my favorite.
Nice.
Thank you. But yeah, this was for that way if they go Branded Dragon, you can go and they activated the effect, you can go DD Crow the All-Boss. Now they have to banish cards they didn't want.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, that's it for the side.
Cool, man. Any final words before we wrap it up?
Just big shout out to Eddie for doing the deck profile.
Thanks for coming on. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate
well,
you.
you know, I have a lot of love for you. You're like a brother.
Thank you.
And I am immensely proud. So congratulations on your top 32.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.